The Lakers suffered their worst loss of the season, 107-139, against, of course, none other than the Boston Celtics. Let me know down and below what your one-word reaction to this loss is. We're going to be recapping this game, plus talking about some trade rumors, so make sure to stay tuned here on Lakers Report by Chat Sports. All things Lakers starting right now. What's up, Laker fam? Welcome into Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han, and let's just jump right into it, you guys. The Lakers were unfortunately handed their worst loss of the season, losing to the Boston Celtics 107-139. This was an ugly loss pretty much from the start, besides the first couple of minutes. Here are my three quick takeaways, starting with number one. We have Anthony Davis's return. Now, obviously, great to have AD back, but unfortunately, he got in foul trouble early. He picked up two quick ones within the first minute of the game, and that just really took him out of rhythm. Didn't really have much of an impact. He only scored 9 points, had 4 rebounds. Now, he was on a little bit of a minutes restriction, so definitely not fully 100%, but still, of course, it's nice to have AD back in the lineup. The Lakers were able to win without him, but of course, we want our superstar in there, and it's nice to know that AD is first game back in. He's only going to continue to get better and get back to the normal AD, but fortunately didn't have the best game against the Celtics. Now, the second takeaway I want to talk about is this was the worst Lakers defensive performance all season, okay? They lost in essentially every single category. They had 15 turnovers. They were out-rebounded 48-36. Boston's 69 points in the first half was the most points scored against this Lakers team all season. It honestly just, besides the first couple of minutes of the game, nothing went right for the Los Angeles Lakers. We had Enes Kanter in there grabbing every offensive rebound. He had 18 points and 8 rebounds at the half. This is a guy who's not known to make much of a splash, of course, unless he plays the Lakers, of course. But defensively, this was just a horrible game for us. Definitely one that we want to forget. And moving on to my third takeaway here today, which is something that has actually kind of opened my eyes a little bit, but it is that the Lakers tend to struggle against teams who have athletic wings. Now, there was really no answer tonight for Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker. Those guys just all had a field day against us. And this is a little bit of a pattern because, of course, even though we haven't lost too many games this season, when you look at the losses that the Lakers have had, a lot of those games and a lot of the teams that have really given the Lakers problems, i.e. the Los Angeles Clippers, have been teams that have these really athletic wing players. So that is why a lot of people are saying that the Lakers absolutely have to pick up a good defensive wing player by the trade deadline if they want to be able to compete with these talented shooting teams like, of course, the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Clippers. So those are my three quick takeaways. But again, a really ugly game, a game that I just want to forget. So I know in the beginning of this video, I asked you guys what your one-word reaction to this game would be. For me, it is just forgettable. I just want to forget about this game and move on to the next game, which of course is going to be against the New York Knicks. Let's take a little look at the Lakers schedule. So coming up on Wednesday, they play the New York Knicks. Then they go on a back-to-back. They play the Brooklyn Nets. Saturday at Philadelphia 76ers. Then they are back home Tuesday against the Los Angeles Clippers. That one I can't wait for. Hopefully the Lakers are able to get revenge on the Clippers. And then Friday against the Portland Trail Blazers. So hopefully with that next little schedule, we'll be able to get back to our winning ways. Of course, Lakers have not lost a ton of games this season, so I'm not too worried. But of course, if they do win every single time the Lakers win, if you would like to get money, then you definitely have to check out BetDSI because they are one of our sponsors here and they are offering you guys an awesome Lakers promo code. All you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet, enter the promo code Lakers120, and you will get 120% deposit bonus to go and play. Again, all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet and enter the promo code Lakers120. Definitely make sure to take advantage of this awesome opportunity to win some extra cash this season. But let's move on and let's talk some trade rumors. Now, Chris Haynes recently reported that the Lakers have expressed interest in none other than Derrick Rose, and they are not the only team. Apparently, the 76ers have also shown some interest. Now, as we all know, Derrick Rose is having one of his best seasons in years, honestly. He has been playing the best this year that he has played in a very long time. Big credit due to that is just the fact that he's been able to stay healthy, but this season for the Detroit Pistons, he is averaging 18 points per game, 5.9 assists. He's shooting 50% from the floor, and he's only playing about 25 minutes per game. Now, they are having some more recent injuries, so where D Rose started coming off the bench, he is now inserted in the starting lineup, and he's definitely been taking advantage of that opportunity. Now, I don't know necessarily if the Pistons are going to want to trade him. They may just want to make a last-minute playoff push. They're only a few games behind the 8th seed in the East, but if they do decide to trade him, I believe they'll be able to get a pretty darn good trade package out of him. You know, D Rose is a very talented player. There was a time when he was one of the best point guards in the league, and he's really been their most consistent offensive weapon this season, truly having a great year for them. But if the Lakers were to reportedly try to trade for D Rose, a package that is being reported is Kyle Kuzma, DeMarcus Cousins, and Troy Daniels. Not necessarily sure if that is going to be enough, but if at the end of the day we are able to get Derrick Rose, I think he would be a huge addition for this Lakers team, which we are going to talk about in a quick second. But before we do, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Lakers should trade for Derrick Rose? If you do, type Y down below. If not, type N down below. Now, before we get into 3 reasons why the Lakers should trade for Derrick Rose, I want to make sure that you guys are subscribed. Come and join this Lakers Report family. So real quick, if you have not yet done so, please click that subscribe button down below and come and join this Lakers Report family. We're growing, and I'm so grateful, and I want to be able to keep putting out some awesome Laker videos for you guys. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. But let's get into 3 reasons why I believe the Lakers should trade for Derrick Rose. Number 1, and the most important thing, is the Lakers really desperately need a playmaker coming off the bench. Unfortunately, Rajon Rondo has not been doing a good job being that playmaker for us off the bench this season, and of course he's kind of been struggling with injury, so who knows, you know, if he's going to be able to stay healthy for the rest of the season. I honestly wouldn't count on it, but Derrick Rose is proving that he is an amazing playmaker, really having a great season, like I said, averaging about 6 assists per game. He would also be a guy who would be able to provide us with tremendous scoring off the bench, like I said, providing that 18 points for the Detroit Pistons off the bench in just 25 minutes, so he could really help us out offensively a ton. I'm not concerned about Derrick Rose's fit with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I know that he is a guy who, when he gets his minutes, he's going to make the most of them and be aggressive offensively, which is exactly the kind of player that the Lakers need. Plus, number 3, he has also played with LeBron James in Cleveland, so those two already have a relationship. They already kind of know what it's like to play together, although of course he was injured and he's much better now than he was back in Cleveland. But all in all, I think Derrick Rose is definitely a player that the Lakers should consider trading for if he is actually an option, because again, for these 3 reasons, he would really be able to be honestly one of the best guys that the Lakers could pick up, and in my opinion could really take us to that next level, because he would address all of the issues that the Lakers really need. Now, in terms of trades, we have to talk about Kyle Kuzma, because of course he has been one of the #1 rumored players to reportedly be on the trading block this season for the Lakers. But before we do, I want to remind you guys to give me a follow on my Instagram and my Twitter if you have not already done so. My Instagram is @HannahRoseKulik and my Twitter is @Hannah_Kulik. Definitely make sure to give me a follow if you want to keep up with all things Lakers, and of course learn some fitness tips and tricks. If you know me, you know I love to post my workout videos and fitness content as well, so definitely make sure to give me a follow on my IG and my Twitter. But now let's get into talking about Kyle Kuzma. Now, for one, I am just really sick of all of these trade rumors and all this trade talk. I cannot wait for it to be February 7th, because of course the trade deadline is February 6th, and I just want all of this trade rumors to be behind us. But of course, a player that has been rumored to be on the trading block is Kyle Kuzma, and for good reason. You know, he really is struggling this season. He's been very inconsistent. He's not been that 3rd scoring option, that 3rd star that all of us were really hoping he would be. But I do want to kind of defend him a little bit, because if you look back on his season, a lot of this is not really his fault, you guys. You know, he struggled with injuries. He missed a majority of the first half of the season. And then, of course, you know, he's really been having to kind of juggle trying to fit with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He's not getting the consistent minutes that he's used to. He's not getting as many offensive touches. Now, there still really is no excuse for the multiple games that he's gone this season where he hasn't been able to score any points, or where he just hasn't been playing with energy. I won't defend that, but I will say, you know, Kuz also proved that when he does get the minutes and when the offense is really running through him, like the games where LeBron James and Anthony Davis were out, where he actually led the Lakers in points and he was their leading man who allowed the Lakers to win those games when LBJ and AD were out. So Kuz, if he gets the consistent minutes and if he gets the offensive touches, he can still score and play at a high level. It's definitely not an ideal situation here playing with LeBron and AD for Kuz, which is why a lot of people believe that it would be the best case scenario for Kuz and his career if the Lakers were to trade him. Now, selfishly, I don't really want the Lakers to trade Kuz. I don't really believe they are going to. I think they're definitely going to let him have this season out and see if he can finally get to being that third superstar for us, or that third star, third scoring option that we are all hoping he would be. But of course, you just never know. If a player becomes available and they want Kyle Kuzma, then like Rob Pelinka said, any player is really available if it means that it would help the Lakers win that championship. But I want to ask you guys, because like I said, I am sick of all of these trade rumors. I'm sick of all these Kyle Kuzma trade rumors in particular. Are you guys sick of these Kyle Kuzma trade rumors? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, to round out today, I just want to do a quick recap of the Lakers options. You know, like I said, the February 6th trade deadline is really fast approaching. It's going to be here before you know it. And the Lakers have three options here. They can either do nothing, not make any trade, not pick up a player, and just keep riding with the roster that we have. Of course, we could also trade Kyle Kuzma and a couple other players in order to acquire maybe some new players that the front office believes could really make a difference and help us win the championship. Or of course, and my favorite option would be to just be able to pick up some players via buyouts, wait and see what happens with Andre Iguodala, wait to see if Darren Collison comes back in the league, and just to see what other players end up getting bought out by their teams and acquiring some new faces that way. That is my favorite option because, again, like I've expressed in previous videos, I really like this team. We have great team chemistry, and I get worried that if we make a big trade that involves, you know, really kind of blowing up our roster and trading multiple guys, how is that going to affect this team's chemistry? You know, I'm kind of thinking back in the days when we were going to go trade for Chris Paul and that didn't go through, but it really ruined our entire team's chemistry because Lamar Odom then demanded a trade. Pau Gasol was never the same because his feelings were hurt. You know, I don't want to do anything that could disrupt this team because, again, we are playing so well. We have the #1 record in the Western Conference. We're, you know, tied with just the best record in the entire league. I don't want to do anything that could possibly, potentially impact that in a negative way, but let me know down in the comments below. Out of these three options, of course, do nothing, make a trade, or just wait and see what players get bought out. Let me know which one would be your first choice for the Los Angeles Lakers to do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. And until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye, guys.